Have I mentioned my theory that our interpretation of the afterlife in Egypt is just slightly off? Like just a shade off. I think that when they said, we hope that the Pharaoh finds themselves in the afterlife, I think it meant the life after. So if you mummify a body, then it's like, we hope you find out that this was you by recognizing yourself, that it was you. And that's what I think happened to me. Like, if the story is true, obviously this is a movie, guys, but since I was a little girl, my dad told me stories about reincarnation, and I was having all of these dreams that I was buried alive in Pompeii. And I thought, well, if I was buried alive and they excavate the site, then I might be one of those people that you can go and see in the museum. Maybe I was there and I can stand beside my old dead body. So that was my initial quest, because I had all these reoccurring dreams that I was like, like I thought maybe I was being covered in ash or whatever. Anyways, but one Christmas, my boyfriend bought me the book of the mummies of Pompeii because I told him this idea. He thought it'd be a cute gift, like a coffee table book. Try to find yourself. Which one do you think is you then? So we had Christmas with my family, and at the end of the day, we went to gather up our things to go home, and the book was gone. The book had vanished. So never to be found again. We went through the garbage bags, we went through everything, and it was only my immediate family there. So my immediate family would not steal my book. Like, I trust my family. Plus, it's a coffee table size book. You don't just steal somebody's Christmas presents. And, if it was at my sister's house, I would find it. If it was at my mom's house, I would find it. We never found the book. So the book vanished of the mummies of Pompeii. Now, looking back, I think maybe I was the Pharaoh Hatshepsut. And maybe the book vanished because it's like, no, you weren't in Pompeii. That's not you. But a psychic event happened where a spirit, it was like a dark spirit, peeked around the corner and said, look up red-headed Egyptians. And then she went back around the corner. I was like, okay. Looked up red-headed Egyptians. Hatshepsut comes up. And she looks like me. I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I wasn't a mummy in Pompeii. Maybe I was a mummy of Hatshepsut. And the spell is, we hope you find yourself in the afterlife. We hope you find yourself in the life after. Now, interesting story. There's two Hatshepsuts. There's two mummies, and they don't know which one's the real Hatshepsut. And they were moved, and of course, like, the tomb was ravaged and pillaged, and the mummies were messed up. But they said that Hatshepsut had her nurse mummified as well. And they're not sure which one's Hatshepsut and which one's the nurse. Either way, it works for my story because I'm a healthcare aide. I work in like a nurse, kind of. It's a step down from a nurse. So I'm a healthcare aide, and I could be Hatshepsut or the nurse, and it doesn't matter. Either way, either mummy, my story still works. The book of Pompeii vanishing comes into the end of the movie, where I'm talking about civilizations disappearing. And so this story, I say, saves the world, and our civilization doesn't disappear, and we're not to Pompeii because of this story. Anyways, it's like, movies always have to be like the hero saves the world. That's my story. And if the mummy spell works, so say I was the Pharaoh, or if I was the Pharaoh's nurse, they hope that you find your family again, They hope that you find yourself again, and they hope that you find your money again. The one thing I haven't found yet is my money. So I'm still trying for that. I'm trying, so writing the movie, if I had some help. So say they're like, the spirit world is going to help you be the Pharaoh again, find your money. How are we going to do that? She's just a healthcare aide. How would the Pharaoh's money come back to me? Well, all I could think of was to write a movie. So if I write a movie, I get a movie deal. It's like, oh, the wealth. I was missing that part. but I noticed my family. So I noticed Ava looking like Mary Queen of Scots, and I look like Catherine, and Henry looks like Brad, and Jason's son looks like Lord Darnley. It's like that part of the spell is intact in my life. If you believe that we were really them, like our faces all match, our faces, our scars, everything matches, right? So if there's if you get yourself mummified, they didn't have photographs back then. So it's like, okay, we're going to figure out a way that you can see who you were before. That's why we're mummifying people. That's what I think was really going on in Egypt. And I think our story proves the magic is real. So anyways, it's a thought.